Hello, my name is Daniela Morales Sanchez, and a student of modern languages at the University of Quindío, and I'm going to talk to you about the book The Little Prince. First, I will talk about the author, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. He was born in June 29 in 1900 in the city of Lyon. From an aristocratic family, um, since the loss of his father when he was only 4 years old, and he was a French aviator and writer, characterized for a rigorous prose full and rhetoric, lyricism, and adventure. He entered the French Air Force in 1921. In 1923, he had a first accident resulting in a broken skull. Also in 1926, he became a commercial pilot and worked for an airline company. Finally, he disappeared into thin air after piloting a Lightning P-38 during a reconnaissance mission on the island of Corsica in World War II in 1944. This story begins when an aviator is left incommunicated in the desert after his plane breaks down 1,000 miles from any inhabited region. There he meets a little boy with golden hair who claims to live on the asteroid B612, where there is a rose and two volcanoes, two active and one inactive, and he names this boy the Little Prince. In their conversations, the Little Prince tells him his vision of life and people of that wisdom that is lost when people leave the childhood. He also told about his experience visiting 6 asteroids, each of them inhabited by character: a king, a vine a drunk, a businessman, a lamplighter, and a geographer. Finally, the little prince tells the aviator that the next day it will be 1 year since he arrived on planet Earth, and he must return to the place where he fell the first time. The next day, they meet at the place where the little prince had agreed, and the aviator finds him. He sees talking to a snake about how to get home and says goodbye to the aviator. He doesn't want to let him go, but the little prince comforts him by telling him that every time he looks at the stars, it will be as if he were looking. And finally, he disappears, and the aviator never finds the body. This book was written in 1943. This means that the Second World War was as it peaked. So we were experiencing a very complicated social and political context for everyone. Saint-Exupéry also went through a personal crisis during his exile in the United States. There are many related works to The Little Prince, including Romeo and Juliet of William Shakespeare, Peter Pan for James Matthew Barrie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory of Roald Dahl, and Animal Farm from George Orwell. The main interpretation of this work is that the author tries to bring back that inner child that each of us has. With the phrase, all great people have been children before, but few remember it. And tries to show what in the world today there are still beautiful things to rescue, such as love or friendship. And it deals with deeper themes such as meaning of life or and loneliness.